So you've likely noticed the Rapture craze that's sweeping social media right now. It was supposed to happen on Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025, and yet it's Wednesday, September 24th, and we're all still here. The frenzy over the rapture gives the false impression that the rapture is the core idea of Christianity and that the only debate about it is when it actually happens, before, during, or after a global tribulation. But the rapture is part of one particular view of Christianity called premillennial dispensationalism. And that's just one perspective among several other perspectives held by Christians throughout church history that don't even espouse a rapture at all. And here's what's often missed. The rapture, as popularly understood, is a relatively recent interpretation in church history. Now, that isn't to say that it's wrong. I'm just pointing out that it's one view amongst many others held by Christians. So if that's the case, what's with the obsession with predicting the rapture every few years? And what's with people who are making life-altering decisions to prepare for it as if it's inevitably and for sure going to happen on a particular date? Honestly, I think it's fueled at least in part by escapism. People are weary. The world feels out of control. Love feels dim. Hope feels even dimmer. So it's natural to latch onto something that feels like an optimistic escape. But there are two dangers. First, failed predictions make Christianity look unserious and suspect. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 24 and in Mark chapter 13 that no one knows the day or the hour of his return. And he also warned in Matthew chapter 12 that we'll be judged for every careless word we speak. So throwing around predictions about his return isn't just biblically wrong, it's careless. And those words matter, especially to Jesus, who the Bible describes as God the Word made flesh. Now, second, those who rely on such carelessly propagated predictions run the risk of experiencing a huge disappointment when the prediction inevitably falls apart. And this can lead to crises of faith over something that people shouldn't have been obsessing about in the first place. The heart of Scripture and the heart of the gospel isn't about guessing dates. It's about being faithful until he does return, caring for a hurting world, doing good, and offering hope in dark times. And ironically, we can have confidence in his eventual return because of the historical evidence for Jesus' resurrection 2,000 years ago. So let's not get lost in rapture frenzies. Jesus calls us to be active, not escapist. The world needs our love, it needs our courage, and it needs the gospel hope, especially now. God bless you guys.